Hello, my name is Dustin Nguyen, and this is my cultural background presentation. This presentation will have three big parts, that being one, culture, nonverbal communication, and mass communication. And so, beginning with culture, I'm a part of the middle class Vietnamese culture, and some elements include the ancestor veneration, respect for the community and family, as well as labor with the community alongside community and family, and harmony with nature. And so Vietnamese culture would fall under the collectivist topic because familial ties are a main part of Asian culture in general, and in Vietnamese culture will embrace a large portion of that. And so since collectivist is a very family tied, things such as Vietnamese New Year, like called Tết, and Souls Day, and many other holidays that Vietnamese influence have, we will often get together as a family and celebrate it as a group. And so, being there, you have to formally address elders and people that are in the same age range as you as brother or sister. And so we will pay that respects to each other as we are together in the party. So as well as that, just we're not only paying respects to our parents, but also anyone of high authorities, such as our teachers or any carekeeper or anything. And so another big factor is a part of Vietnamese culture. Another big factor is that we must look like nice and neat, and that means like no tattoos, no body piercings, or unnatural hair colors, or even like odd clothing, like a random button jacket or like a tank top. Like, we don't want Vietnamese people will often, if they see that, they will be like confused or angry. And so moving on, there are also many ways to communicate, as there is in nonverbal communication. And so when there's nonverbal communication, there are many ways of communicating through our minds, like such speaking with our ancestors through our prayer and conscience. And so for nonverbal communication, Vietnamese people will express their attitudes with body language and also facial expressions. And so like what I mentioned earlier, when you go to the group meeting, you must always greet your elders and pay respects when they are present. And so you need, as well as when you are coming up to them, you need to make sure that you are active and fluent in a conversation. And so that brings me to communicating with others. And personally, for both my parents are both from Vietnam, and so their culture have a big influence on my culture. And so it has taught me to be like kind and humble, and to always pay my respects and greet my elders, and to treat every human being with the utmost respect. It doesn't matter about anything, like your background or what you've done. And so lastly, for mass communication, Vietnamese culture influence on mass communication. There will be, in society, there's news programs where they explain what's going on in Vietnam, or even here in the Vietnamese society. They all do some Vietnamese analysis where they have like their own ways of devising plans, or like outlining their broadcast for the day or something. And there are always Vietnamese TV programs on the TV. You can see, like example is Viet TV, and there's also radio podcasts daily that Vietnamese people will enjoy. And so some advantages to the Vietnamese culture is that Vietnamese people will can host festivals in public, where everyone is invited, no matter what race you are or what your background is. And this will allow many cultures to connect together, and that we can celebrate all as a big family. And so, but a disadvantage of this, it could be like some judgmental people will have a standardization of Asian culture or Vietnamese culture, and they will make stereotypes that will reflect not even a little bit of the Vietnamese culture. And so, in conclusion, Vietnamese culture is very well mannered and polite, as well as humble. And this ensures that we value one another, and just like the rest of the cultures, we hope for a better society. Thank you.